The topic today is going to be using ebooks to expand our brand. So she's the owner of Bryant Consulting and Literary Wonders Media Group. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Yolanda Bryant.
About branding, many of us who are not too familiar with branding, but when we hear it, we think of names like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, IBM. Not sure if many of you know that Coca-Cola is the #1 brand in the world. So when you think about branding, do you think how will branding help me as a person, as an individual? I'm at a large corporation. Well, as a person, each and every one in here has an expertise. I've talked to several of you, so I know you do. 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 And several of you do. Everyone an example of a perfect example of a person that uses branding to their advantage. And many of you know who she is. And I use her in every workshop or speech that I do. Sue Falcone, a walking brand. So you've decided that you want to brand yourself and you want to get out there and have people find out who you are and find out what your expertise is. A good way to do that is using ebooks. Now you could write a regular book, but ebooks are no charge to you upfront. So if you're someone that's working on little or no capital, it's the perfect solution. Here are bloggers. You can take some of your blogs, refine them, and turn them into an ebook. You're speaking about something, whether it's your opinion or your expertise. You like quilting. You can write, if you're an expert on quilting, you can write an ebook on quilting, and it doesn't have to be a large book. I use 3 methods of publishing my ebooks. I do publish print books, but I'm also in ebooks as well, because like I said, they're little or no cost up front. There's Kindle, which is the #1 leading ebook distributor. There's Barnes & Noble, and there's a service called Smashwords. Everyone to find out what you're good at. You probably already know what you're good at. Start writing. Some of you probably have written articles already, written blog posts already, or written speeches. You can turn those particular items into an ebook. I write for a column, a Christian fiction online women's magazine, every month. I've been doing it for 2 years. And out of that, I've come up with a dummy-like series, and it's called That Literary Lady Knows, and it's mainly in publicity. So I have a series of ebooks that are about publicity. I have also I'm in Toastmasters, taken a lot of my speeches, and I'm putting them into a book on public speaking that's supposed to come out next year. So the things that you're already doing, you can take that and use that and put that into ebook form and market that as your expertise and start getting more business, start getting more awareness around the city, around the community, even around the United States, because we know technology is no longer in our state. It's all over the world. You know people on Facebook from all over the world. They're on your friends list, people on Twitter, social media. And social media is a good way to market your book. And I like this word so much that I encourage everyone to use it every time I get a chance to. Social media is free. Use it with the ebooks to market yourself, to get some credibility, and to garner more business, because even though we do love helping people, I know I do, ultimately we still want to make money and be successful. For each and every one of you, you have an ebook in you. You probably have something now that you've already done that you can turn into an ebook, and like I said, it doesn't have to be any certain length. It can be 10 pages, it can be 300 pages. And I encourage you all to start today using ebooks as a sort of marketing yourself and branding yourself.
How important is it to have your material edited by a second or third pair of eyes?
It is very important, and I will say this. I do not suggest to anyone to edit their own work, because if you're writing a story, you already know the story in your head, so you're just going back over it. And because you know the story in your head, you're going to skip over those mistakes because you already know what the words you're supposed to say, so you're going to miss it. So I suggest you not do your own work. I mean, proofread it, yes, of course. Don't edit your own work. Hire an editor to do it. And I strongly, unless someone in your family is a professional editor, I wouldn't do that either. They're so happy for you. It's not going to matter if it's one or two mistakes. They still like the story. You don't want that to happen. So get a professional editor.
It's the best way if you did not want to get a professional PR person to maybe publicize your ebook to the media. What would you do? Can you say, is it tacky to send press releases out about, hey, I have this?
No, not at all. Send a press release. Number one, word of mouth. You have a lot of resources here who have a lot of resources in their circles and their circles outside of EWN. Send press releases. Use social media. It's free. Every Sunday in the newspaper, even though they're dying off, there's a section called the Life section that highlights local people. Put your information in there so people around the area can see it. Well, I thank you, ladies, for having me. It has been a pleasure, and I hope to see you all soon.
Thank you.